Hacienda del Patron, one of your favorite towns. And for the side of Apes and LIT, they're going to be feeling very comfortable, and so are Deadeye's guys. But for the remainder of the teams, how do you see some of these teams making the rotation into the play zone here? I can already see 7C heading towards El Azahar, taking the highway route.
See, again, they have a lot of options. Mind you, Miramar is the biggest map in PUBG Mobile right now. It is an 8 by 8 kilometer square map. So, I mean, a lot of options available now on screen because of the fact that, we are using these amazing markers just to show off the logos of these teams. There's a lot of space around them. And mind you, the fact that normally human players, they usually render in at about a distance of 350 meters from your position. It's going to be pretty easy maneuvering around these little nooks and crannies. Of course, the vehicles are going to be out there. They're going to be on full display, but they can take a few shots. Right now, I would not be too worried about the paths that each team takes to make it into the circle. Now, what I would be worried about is how they are going to gatekeep them, because now the best thing is if you are at the periphery or at the edge of a circle, you want to get some high ground and make sure you are shooting down at the enemy. Because again, like I said, the first thing that you are going to see as far as movement goes are those cars moving in the distance. So, you can kind of gauge as to whether they're coming in your direction, whether you need to even let loose a few shots, because you got to keep one thing in mind. The moment you do that, you are potentially giving away your position as well. So again, it's a give and take. If you can make the shot and if you can make sure that kill is going to come through, I guess it makes sense. But right now, it does look like, see, that's exactly what's happening. It's Trigger Discipline. Winton knows that he has a vector. Finally, he shoots as his shot lines up, and now he has given his position away. And lucky for him,
that UAZ is very, very close to being blown to smithereens, and it's a very brave play from Astro Academy. Scry taking quite a bit of damage, and we do have a glider in play. Winter, he's looking to take to the skies. XP looking to just basically just glide around. It's very scenic. Can we just stick with his POV? It is very scenic. I mean, you rarely get to see Miramar from this point of view. The unfortunate thing is he's also visible to a lot of players and a lot of teams, and you don't want to fly over, let's say, the likes of maybe a Zeus Esports or an Astro Academy or a DRS, because you're going to get shot straight out of the air. But Winter's like how he's having fun.
Maybe the second look at that. That is unusual in a competitive level match. Maybe we'll just let the man fly. He's just having a good time. But of course, now
Screw the game. I just want to watch this.
The game is out of the window. But now the problem is, although it does look pretty and we are seeing Miramar like never before, he is going to have to touch ground sooner or later because, that level 1 helmet and vest is not going to cut it when bullets are going to be flying at him. Of course, he needs to make sure he has all his loot in as well. But that was a nice little change of pace. Normally you get excited when you see one of those beautiful cars roaming around, but now it's a little plain, and it felt good. But right now the circle does look like it's going to be calling for some action, especially down at the center, as a lot of teams are congregating at one position. It's like someone set off a beacon and everyone is answering the call.
Legends and a bit of vehicle out in the open, but Sandesh is gonna get the first knock onto LIT. Finishes off the job as well. And Lit are getting lit up by PN Crew. Legend obviously had some quite brilliant moments yesterday in a couple of games there. And they are kind of far away from each other individually, but that's the same thing for LIT as well. Look at Zwan, he's far away on the horizon. And Wanuo takes a U-turn, falls back.
Tires popped off sooner or later as Sheep was served from cribbing about my map feed. Everything is world of Miramar, and you know what? I'm a happy camper. And speaking of maps, there you have it. It's on display. It's going to be a northeastern shift. It is going to go towards...
I said northwest. You take it. You take it.
I guess I got the
7Cs took, and they might be coming in through LR's, and everyone else are in between. Everyone else are the meat in this particular sandwich.
Well, I mean, depends on what kind of meat. I'd be a little bit more interested in that. But right now, again, talking about Astra Academy, the fact that they are taking it slow coming into the circle, something that they did in the last game in Erangel as well. I mean, they were way out in the blue when they started making the rotation all the way from Novo. From Mongolia. I was just thinking, maybe all that, kind of gets to your heads from that on for you guys. I think that might have been the case up until game 3, but then, they just put everything aside. The game phase aside. The game phase